Good morning, students. Today we will study about control and coordination. As the complexities of the individual plants or animal increases, the different cells and organs become separated from each other by greater distance. Thus, it becomes necessary to have a system by which different parts of the organism can function as a single unit. This is possible if the different parts can coordinate with each other and carry out particular function. In human body contains a number of systems, that is digestive system, reproductive system, circulatory system, that together work to maintain homeostasis, that is the internal environment of the body. It is brought about in all animals with the help of two main systems, nervous system and endocrine system. The nervous system and endocrine system are the two communication systems in animal body. Now, control and coordination. That stimuli, the change in the environment to which living organisms respond, are called stimuli. Or a stimulus is any change in the environment that is strong enough to initiate an action potential. Action potential is also known as a nerve impulse. For example, if we touch a hot glass of water, that it is strong enough that we withdraw our hand from the hot glass. So a stimulus is any change in the environment that is strong enough to initiate an action potential. Or in simple, we can say that sudden change due to change in environment is called stimuli. Example: heat, cold, sound, smell, taste, touch, pressure, gravity, water. Living organisms respond to stimuli in the form of body movement. Now, coordination. For a proper response to a stimulus, many organs in the body work together. The working together of various organs in an organism to produce a proper response to a stimulus is called coordination. Or we can also say that coordination, the process through which two or more organs interact and communicate the function of one another, that is coordination. In animals, control and coordination is done by the nervous system and endocrine system together. In plant, control and coordination is done by chemical substance called plant hormone or phytohormones. Coordination in animals. In animals, control and coordination is done by the nervous system and endocrine system. The nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord, nerve and sense organ, that is effector. Receptor are the sense organ which receive the stimuli and passes the message to the brain or spinal cord through sensory nerve. Now, for example, that photoreceptor in the eye that detect light, phonoreceptor in the ear to detect sound, olfactory receptor in the nose to detect smell, gustatory receptor in the tongue to detect taste, tangoreceptor in the skin to detect touch. So these are the receptors, various. Now, effectors. Effectors are the muscles and the gland which respond to the information from the brain and spinal cord through the motor nerves. Sensory nerve are nerves which carry information from the receptor to the brain and spinal cord. Means as we touch the hot glass, that is from the finger, that is from the skin, that is tangoreceptor, are the nerve which, that is sensory nerve, are the nerves which carry information from the receptor are now from the receptor to the brain in the form of nerve impulse the message go. Now the motor nerves are the nerves which carry information from the brain and the spinal cord to the effector muscles and the gland. Again the message transferred to that effector so that we can remove our hand from that hot water, hot glass. Now neuron is the structural and functional unit of nervous system. It has a cell body called cytone, contain a nucleus and cytoplasm. It has several branch structure called dendrites. It has a long nerve fiber called axon, which is covered by a protective covering called myelin sheath. The junction between two neurons is called synapses. Now we will see this structure. Dendrites. Dendrites are mainly branched in shape, are receiving or the input portion of the neurons. They are usually short, tapering and highly branched. Now axon. The single axon of the neurons propagate nerve impulse toward another neuron. An axon is a long, thin, cylindrical projection that often joins the cell by a cone-shaped elevation called axon helix. Here we can see axon helix. Yes, this is axon helix. Now the gap in the myelin sheath is called node of Renwier. Yes, this is the gap between this, that is called node of Renwier. Now how this transmission of nerve impulse, the message passes through the nerve cell in the form of chemicals and electric signal is called nerve impulse. The dendrite receives the impulse which passes through the axon, and this nerve impulse is also known as action potential. An action potential is an electrical signal that propagates or travels along the surface of the membrane of neurons. The speed of nerve impulse is approx to 0.5 to 130 meter per second. The nervous system receives sensory input from the sensory receptor and direct the muscles and the gland to respond to the outside stimuli. Here, the one in the neurons connected to a sensory receptor that receive the message or a stimulus and convert it into electrochemical transmitter signal which are carried by the neurons. The stimulus from the receptor organ is received by the dendrites connected to the cell body of neurons and passed on through the axon to another neuron and finally to the effector organ. Transmission of impulse, synapses. A nerve impulse is transmitted from one neuron to another through a junction called synapses. Here is the synapses. Two types of synapses, electrical and chemical synapses. Thank you for today.